All right. Well, a couple months ago, YouTube screwed up. Yeah, YouTube accidentally put something new in my feed instead of the same garbage they always shove in my feed. And not only was it new, it was good. I don't know how that works. Probably just some random error in the algorithm there. But that new good thing was a music video for a song called I Just Can't Be Alone by Lexa. And I watched the video and I went, oh my God, I'm in love. I kind of started obsessing over Lexa. I loved the video. I loved the song. Started checking out her singles and stuff like that. And then it's like, holy shit, this girl's cool. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with Lexa, she's out of Queens, New York. And she just released this album a couple weeks ago called Elite Vessel. She's been around a little while. She's got a couple albums prior to this. But recently, I've been watching her Spotify numbers and stuff, and I think when I found the music video for I Just Can't Be Alone, I think she was just at 100,000 or 90,000, and now she's up to almost 500,000, which is really cool. Watching an artist, just watching numbers go up. I mean, I don't want to reduce things down to numbers, but kitties are going nuts behind me. But it is fun to see an artist just like kind of start to pop off a little bit, you know? Now with the album, I was thinking about doing a reaction like I normally do, but because I had been obsessing over her, I was already very, very familiar with like the 3 or 4 singles that had come out prior to the album. It's got 12 songs, it's 32 minutes, so I was like, you know what? I'm kind of already familiar with half of it. I'm just going to listen to it on my own, and then I'll post up a review, and now here we are. In terms of the album itself, I've spent a couple weeks with it. I've really come to enjoy it. I would say my only critique/criticism would be, I think the front half kind of starts a little bumpy on the front half. I think the back half is very strong compared to the front half. And not that the front half is bad, but if you're going to check out the album, just be warned, like the first track is called Alone, and it's 2 minutes, and there's no real lyrics. It's just kind of like a 2-minute intro into the album, which drops into Lately Nothing. That song is great. I enjoy that one quite a bit. Thinking of You, I Don't Have a Heart Next To, but Stupid is great. What You Wish For is enjoyable. So like the first couple tracks on the opening portion of the album, it's for me, it's a little hit or miss. It's not like it's bad, but if you're going to listen to it for the first time or the first couple times, just give yourself a little bit of time with it. Let it, settle into the sound, so to speak, as I often have to when I check out a new artist. The sound itself, in terms of the production and the style, I really like it. It kind of reminds me of a classic sound. Good, clean beats, great use of samples. Her flow is pretty cool. Like sometimes she's cracking it off pretty fast. Other times she's slowing it down. Sometimes she's singing. Like it's a good variety. Her vocals sound good throughout the album. What I like, though, in terms of what's happening, the meat and potatoes of the album, this concept is, initially I thought this album was more of like a breakup record, There's lots of references about being alone and wanting to be with this person and then maybe being a little frustrated with a relationship or whatever. But as I listened to it more, it started to feel less like a breakup album and more like an internal struggle with the structure of relationships in general. And I started thinking about it a little bit. I mean, there's kind of like the two ends of a spectrum where, some people, they just want to be loved and other people are terrified of rejection. And I almost kind of take those two things and put them on the same scale, but just at opposite ends of that scale. And, I don't know anything about her or her life, so I'm not speaking to her. I'm speaking to the album. And the album does this great job of just kind of rolling around in this mix between, I want to be with somebody and I love them. And then a little bit later, you're pissing me off, go away. And then a little bit later, I don't want to be alone. And so as you explore the album and just roll around with it, it left me feeling this great wrestle with that. I want to be with somebody, but do I want to be with somebody because I love them? Or do I want to be with somebody because I'm terrified of being rejected by them? Or am I afraid to be alone? Just this cool mix of emotion. Very cool mix of emotion. There's a track 7, The Earth It Works in Funny Ways. It's a minute and a half. And I really like that song just because it kind of reminds me of these 2 tracks by Pink Floyd off of Momentary Lapse of Reason that nobody listens to because they're almost like these little interludes. But it just captures the essence of that feeling of kind of almost being lost in your own emotions. And then what's great is from then on, to me, the album just cracks off left and right. Stacy's Chips is a great track. Yourself is a great track. I Just Can't Be Alone is by far my favorite off the album. Dirt is a great track. And then the closer, Lover, is awesome too because it really chills out, but it ends on this very sinister tone. I love it. I love it. Her vocals shift, the production shifts, the lyrics are talking about putting an ice pack on your back where I tore your wings out, because you're my angel, but I ripped your wings out. It's cool. It closes really, really well. So front half, a little weaker than the back half, but the back half is very, very strong. And yeah, I guess that's really all there is to it. Quick little review. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And so if you're looking for something, kind of a classic sound, you got a person on there who's spitting fire 1 minute and maybe showing a little bit of regret the next, and some singing, some good rapping, some good flow, classic beats. Check it out. It's worth a listen. Definitely worth a listen. All right, y'all. Take care.